Hi everyone, Nigel here from SME Skills, just coming in with another video working our way through our sales strategy. Today I wanted to do a quick video on cold calling, or as we call it in the academy, gold calling, okay? And it's the idea, it's something that people generally don't like to do in this day and age, but the simple truth is that it works if you've got the right mindset to do it and if you've got the right skill set to do it. Okay, what I'm talking about is the standard picking up the phone and giving people a ring. Obviously, in this day and age, you've got to be careful of GDPR. But the idea of the cold call is that when you ring up, when someone answers the phone, you've got about 10 seconds. You then need to buy another 10 seconds. And then in that 10 seconds, you've got to buy a face-to-face meeting. Okay, but what you've got to remember is all you're doing is you're phoning somebody. You're just making a telephone call. That's all that it is. Don't let it daunt you. Simple fact is the next person that you could call, or the 10th person you could call today, could be the person that's going to give you the biggest deal, biggest contract of your life. Are you going to make that phone call or are you not? Okay, so the first thing I want you to think about is that when you're phoning up these people, if you truly believe that your product has value, if it's going to enrich people's lives, then you aren't selling them something, you're helping them by providing them that service, that value. Yeah. Once you think about that, and this goes for following up as well in general, once you think about your product or service in that way, it's going to make making these phone calls a hell of a lot easier. Okay, so first things first, how are you going to what are you going to do? Well, what you could do is you could send people an email to begin with, GDPR compliantly. If you met someone at an event and you take their card, send them an email just as a follow-up saying, by the way, here we go, this is the email. I said I mentioned I was going to send it through. This is who I am. This is what I do. The reason for the email is this. I will give you a call later on today or tomorrow at this time. Don't leave it too long, so that we can discuss in more detail. I'd be interested in coming in and having a face-to-face meeting to discuss it more. So then when you phone them up, you've then got a reason to call. Oh, just wondering if you got that email that I sent yesterday. Yeah, brilliant. So you know what I'm already talking about. Just wanting to set up that meeting. Or no, you didn't receive that email. That's okay. What I was talking about was blah 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 blah, and then you tell them what you were talking about. Yeah. So you've actually given yourself a reason to call, so you aren't picking up the phone surprised that someone does actually pick it up and going, I don't know what to say, because you're just bleeding energy at that point. You're just going to lose control of the conversation. And with sales, if you lose control of the conversation, you're going to lose control of the sale. You aren't going to get the deal. Okay, so when we're phoning up, just remember, be yourself. That's all that matters. All you're doing is you're just someone who's picking up the phone, making a telephone call and trying to get through. But remember, when you actually get through, if you have to go through a gatekeeper or when you get through to the decision maker, think about what are you trying to achieve from the phone call before you make the phone call. And this is why I think it's a good idea to produce a call, a card, a sheet with all the things that you want to ask. And if this is a structure that you're going to use again and again and again across different phone calls, laminate it so that you can write on it, take the notes that you need to, ask the questions that you need to so that they're pre-done. So when you've asked the question and you've taken the information from it, you can wipe it clean and start again. Save on your printing bill. Decide what you want to go on that sheet. Get it laminated, use it on every phone call so you're making sure that you're covering all the questions. Okay? So, once we've done that, phone them up, be happy, you're trying to get the energy across to them, you're starting to sell that dream. And this can actually form stage 1 of your sales process. This could be your pre-review call if you're talking to the decision maker, they've got a need and they've got a budget. Yeah? So, I'll say that again. Decision maker, need, budget. If they've got those 3 things, then you can start thinking about, right, how am I going to get to booking a meeting? Because you aren't trying to sell something on the phone. No. Even if it's the right person, don't try and sell them things on the phone. All you're trying to achieve is booking that face-to-face meeting. It takes the pressure off of your shoulders from doing it. They're going to sense that you aren't trying to push something on them there and then. It takes the pressure off them. The conversation is going to go a heck of a lot smoother. All right? So all you're trying to achieve before you make the phone call, and you can spend 5 or 10 minutes grounding yourself, visualizing it happen, is I'm trying to book a meeting on this day or that day. Alternative close. I've got Wednesday afternoon or Friday morning when we can have a meeting. And that will then prompt them, if they can't do either of those things, to say, I can't do that. What I can do is a week on Tuesday. That's fine. Take that if that's when you want to sit down with them, because it's when you sit down with them, that's when you're going to do your value pitch. That's when you're going to show them the value that you've got to give. Describing that value over the phone is quite difficult. All you're trying to do is sell the dream, get them interested and start the buying energy so that it's less to develop when you actually sit down in front of them. It's a continual process, stacking the odds in your favor that it's going to it's going to be a decision is going to be yes at the end of the day. Okay, if you're going to use cold calling on your strategy, you've got to do it. Set time aside. Make sure you've got a clean, happy environment that you're comfortable working in to do it in. Set time aside. Personally, I prefer to do it at the beginning of the day because it means that I have done it, boxed it off. Whereas if you leave it till later in the day, you will find any reason, whether it's organising your sock drawer or doing your accounts. Don't tell your accountant I said that, or whatever it might be. If you leave an opportunity to get out of doing the phone calls, most people will probably do it. So be smart, do it at the beginning of the day. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Don't sit down with the entire yellow pages and work your way through it. Go, right, I'm going to make 5 calls today. I've got half an hour to do it in. Let's go. Phone them, get it done, because people are also coming into the office at that time. They're full of energy to start the day. They haven't had to put up with bad emails or the boss giving them a hard time or whatever it might be. Pick up the phone, get it done in a clean environment that you're happy. Set yourself a target. Don't reward the deals that you get, reward the activity, and it will put you in a much better mindset to do it tomorrow. So on a Friday or whatever day you plan out the next week, you can decide, right, these days is when I'm going to do my phone calls. Don't always do it at the same time. I'm always going to call Fred Jones on a Monday morning until he gets through, because if he doesn't start till Monday afternoon, well, you're never going to get hold of him. You've got to mix it up. Yeah. If you can't get through to someone, move them to a different slot and then try again. Persistence is key, but you've got to make sure you've got a healthy mindset. If you've got the healthy sales mindset, you'll do well at cold calling. Because just remember, all you're doing is making a telephone call because you're trying to help people. I'm Nigel. I hope you found that useful. Nigel from SME Skills. Tune in next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.